So you clicked on this video to find out if you should summon for Zhongli or Eula. Over the past 15 minutes, I have created the greatest pros and cons list to these two characters that the internet has ever seen. And tonight, I'm unveiling its secrets. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the thing. Normally, people would go ahead and show you their build on the character, show you everything about them, go play with them a little bit, and kind of explain why they like them on their team. Well, you can see here by my handy dandy character archive, I don't have him. So not only is this list going to help you, it's going to help me. So starting off with Big Dong Zhong. First of all, he's a super reliable character. Ever since 1.3, Zhongli is just crazy good. Even before 1.3, Zhongli was insanely good, but he's even better now. Now, those of you who pull for him this time on the banner obviously won't have to worry about the pre-nerfed version. You'll just get the crazy Zhongli that we have now, but just know he was not always this cracked. He used to be at like 80%. Now he's like final form Frieza. So starting off with the pros, talk about Zhongli's skill. Everyone knows him for his shield. It's insanely good. You can build HP into this character. His shield will literally never break. But yeah, his shield is absolutely crazy. It enables so many characters, which we'll talk about in a second. If you build him the right way, you can literally make yourself invincible. Next up, his ultimate ability, his Planet Befall. This ability is nuts too. Just like Venti, it trivializes a lot of the game because what it does is it drops a huge geo meteor, slams down on everything, and freezes everything in place. It does a ton of damage. You see a ton of people making him a burst support and dropping like 100k meteors on everything. And if you run him high energy recharge, you literally never have to chase anything ever again. They just don't move, they just die. And if they do wake up, you got your shield. Overall, the crowd control and ease of use that this ability brings to your team is nuts. Another pro for Zhongli is just his looks. He's super dope. He's really invested in the story, and if you jump the right way and that skirt flies up, he's got a dump truck ass. No, but in all seriousness, the backstory for Zhongli is so cool. He is such a sick character. Just in general, I really like Zhongli, and his English voice actor is amazing. Next, I want to go back and talk about his shield just for a quick second because we're going to be talking about characters that pair really well with Zhongli. You can build him with Hu Tao. Hu Tao needs to be at half health or below to be at her max potential. With this shield, you can keep her at half health and still not be worried about her dying on the field. Next, we can talk about Zhao because his ultimate literally takes his life away. It's like a life drain thing. So you can literally drop on the field with Zhongli, pop your shield, switch over to Zhao, and all you have to worry about is the damage that the ult is actually taking away. You won't have to worry about any outside damage, period. I can't tell you how many times I've calculated, okay, I have this much health after I use my ult, I'll be fine. And then some random hilly troll smacks me with a shield and then I'm out of there, bro. It sucks. It's really demoralizing to watch your Zhao die.
The day has finally come.
Anyway, next up, I want to talk about artifacts for a second. Now, obviously, we're going to build Zhongli different than we're building any Geo characters that we have currently, but the best thing about Zhongli is grinding for his artifacts, because pretty much everything you get from that domain is useful. Now let's talk about what I mean. First set, his Archaic Petra. This is probably his best in slot. The 2-piece set gets you a 15% geo damage bonus. Basically, if you run 2 or more characters of the same element on your team outside of geo, the 4-piece kind of enables that even more. But while you're grinding for Archaic Petra, you'll also be getting artifacts from the Retracing Bolide set. And I'll be honest, this set is super underrated. So the 2-piece increases your shield strength by 35%. Starting to see how the 2-pieces would be really good, but the 4-piece is where it gets kind of interesting. While protected by a shield, gain an additional 40% damage to normal and charged attacks. So basically, you can pop a Zhongli shield, switch over to your main DPS, and especially if you're running a main DPS like Razor or something, shoot, Razor, Jean, Kaya now, or Eula, bro, it'll be crazy. You'll do a ton of damage. You'll add another 40% on the top of whatever your damage is now. It'll be insane. And the last thing I want to talk about is party comps for Zhongli. You can literally build a whole party around Zhongli, or you can just slot Zhongli into any party and make him work. You don't have to build around him whatsoever. Zhongli gives you a ton of damage resistance. He gives you a ton of resistance shred, and he makes any super squishy character a tank. Now on to some of the cons of Zhongli, because yes, there is some cons. Not many, but I tried. First things first, he's a guy. He is indeed a dude, which means no boobies. I know. Look, that's a hard pill to swallow for some of you. Some of you swallow it like all the girls that I went to high school with. Next, he is a Geo Vision user, which even though Geo got a pretty big buff, it still is kind of weird to synergize with other elements. If you have fully built Ningguang and Zhongli, or you have Zhongli and Albedo, or even Albedo and Ningguang, that's going to lead to a really solid team comp overall because the Geo Resonance is really good. I'll put it up on screen in case you want to check it out.
Well, hi-ho, neighbor.
Now, next I want to talk about Zhongli's weapons, because yes, this is a con. I know you might be thinking, what, how is Zhongli's weapon a con? Trust me, it is. Zhongli has a ton of super powerful weapons in the game that he can use at his disposal, but honestly, he doesn't have a whole lot of really good free-to-play options. Even like budget friendly, like I got lucky and got a Skyward Spine, which is what I'll be running on Zhongli if I end up pulling him. And if you're running him as main DPS, you can absolutely use Crescent Pike and he'll be nuts. But overall, like some of the best like free to play, like, you know, low spender weapons is going to be like the Favonius Lance, because you want a lot of that energy recharge. Like I said, I'm trying to build him as a burst support. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Now for a main DPS, absolutely not a con. Run Crescent Pike, you're done. But in general, my account unfortunately has a lot of polearm users, so I literally have Zhao, Hu Tao, now Rosaria, and I mean shoot, Zhang Ling, and then we'll be running Zhongli on top of it. I don't know who's gonna get what. I also don't know where I'm gonna get the mats for all these weapons. But yeah, that was kind of the only other con I can come up with. I guess it doesn't really work here, but you get my point. Now next I'm going to be showing some footage in the background, obviously because we don't have her in game yet, so it's kind of hard to like poke around the menu and like show you stuff on her. But starting off with Eula, her pros. She's a female, waifu, boobies. We like that. Next, if you look at the trailer, her normal attacks seem pretty fast for a Claymore user. Now, more on that later, but that is a pro. Now, with us seeing her with her 5-hit combo, in all of her art and all of her promotion, she's been wielding a physical damage bonus sword. We can kind of gather that she's a physical damage character. And with her being a cryo damage user, she's going to be able to proc superconduct all the time. I don't even know where to find that. How do I show you exactly what superconduct does? It doesn't tell you how much. Oh my god. How much does superconduct do? I think it's 40%, but I'm not sure. Is it 40%? Reduces physical resistance by 40%. Okay, that's what I thought, but I don't want to be wrong. That means on top of you building into her with the physical damage bonuses, with her being a cryo character, that means you're going to be able to proc superconduct super easy. Which, if you don't know, when superconduct is procced, it actually decreases your enemy's resistance to physical damage by 40%. So her with official, her with a Kaching, her with a razor, she's gonna be cracked. Bro, her with the Beto ult? Oh, I don't know if I'll run 2 Claymore users, but she could be nuts. Let's not forget, she's gonna be super handy for breaking those crystal ore. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Please let me into your world. I need crystal ore. I'm kidding. Next, we talked a little bit about Zhongli's backstory. Let's talk about her backstory. She's from some royal family that was apparently overthrown by the Knights of Favonius. And all of a sudden she's working with the Knights of Favonius. And she even has like her own like special knight name, something. I don't remember, like Spindrift Knight or something. I don't know what's going on there, but that seems super cool. Hopefully we'll find out a little bit in her story arc that's coming out in 1.5. And let's not forget the fact that we're playing a game made by MiHoYo that doesn't seem to understand the concept of power creep. It started with Ganyu, and then Hu Tao essentially confirmed it that power creep is real. So at the end of the day, Eula's a new character. She could be stupid broken. Literally, if you have like the artifact set and the physical res sword and everything, all the pieces fall into place, she could literally just one-shot the whole game. Okay, maybe not one-shot the whole game, but you get what I'm saying. She could be really, really good. And last, let's not forget, she is super hot. On to the cons. First things first, she's a new character. We don't know anything about her. And when I say we, I mean the vast majority of the player base that aren't scumbags and look at leaks online. We don't know anything. She could be really good. She could play and feel awful. Hu Tao is super fun, but the second you start playing her, you're like, wow, she is super clunky. She literally feels like she's wearing like Piccolo's shoulder pads. She's like running around so slow. Next up, she's a physical damage character with a 5-hit combo for normal attacks. If you don't know, the last hit in your combo does the most damage, which means that it's going to take longer to get to that big damage number from a single hit because she has a 5-hit combo. Now, really, if you look at her animation, she technically has like a 7-hit combo, but it's like, it's a weird, I don't know. Anyway, at the end of the day, she's a Claymore user. They have pretty slow attacks, but Claymore users do typically have pretty big scalings on their attacks, so it kind of weighs out. So it's sort of a con. Next is going to be her artifact set. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a build where you can run her as a cryo damage user with Blizzard Strayer and she'll be crazy crazy, but the way miHoYo is pushing her to us is she's a physical damage character, which means you're going to want to build her into physical damage. And what's the best artifact set for a physical damage bonus? The one we can't grind yet. Yeah, coming out on 1.5. Now, it's not saying that you're not going to be able to grind for it before Eula comes out, but you're going to be starting from scratch with a brand new set of artifacts. It's always nice to be able to grind a bunch of artifacts and get a character ready so that when they come in, you basically just give them their clothes and go, here, BOP, thanks. Eula, that might not be the case. We might not have enough time to fully grind out like the perfect set for her. Next is going to be the party comp. With her being a main DPS, you kind of have to build around Eula, because if you're running her as a main DPS, you're going to have to run some sort of Electro side characters. And I can pretty much guarantee you're going to want to run Fischl. Fischl is going to be able to keep Electro on everything on the field forever, because that's what she do. And then the second half of the equation for Superconduct is literally built into Eula's kit. You just activate her abilities and boom, Superconduct, physical res shred. That's going to be pretty cool. And the last con, and I did leave this for last because honestly, it's kind of controversial. At the end of the day, she's not really adding anything crazy. It's another Claymore user. We're going to be focusing on physical damage. There's no big shiny explosion. I mean, I guess her sword does explode. That's the whole like effect of her ult. But you get what I'm saying. She's not really bringing anything to the table. Zhongli's going to bring his shield. Zhao's going to bring his dash. Child brings a whole stance swap, so you play him completely different. These are characters that bring things to the table that change the way you play the game. At the end of the day, Eula is just going to be more mash left click, or mash B if you play on a controller. You get what I'm saying? She's just going to be more normal attack spam. Unless you come up with a creative way of building her, I think she's going to be kind of boring to play. Now, she might be boring to play, but she's not going to be boring to watch, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, that's my pros and cons list for Eula versus Zhongli. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like this kind of video before we really have any like hands-on with either of them? Because this is a different kind of video for me and I kind of enjoyed it. Got to write a little script for myself. That's still a big pro. Female, boobies. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this video down in the comments section. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like down below. It greatly helps the channel out. Subscribe if you guys are new around here and if you want more Genshin content coming out in the future. I thank you guys so much for the love that you showed on my past two videos. You guys have been crushing it. So thank you, seriously. That's literally why I sat down to make another Genshin video tonight, because you guys have just been killing it. So I appreciate it so much. And before we go, a huge shout out to the members of the channel. Thank you guys so much for helping make these videos possible. If you yourself want to help become a member, you can by clicking the top link in the description if you're on mobile, or clicking the join button down below if you're on desktop. We have a good time. And remember, you don't have to, just I'll love you more if you do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I love you guys. We will see you on the next one. Peace.